You're good.
Good? Okay. They detained families together in administrative facilities and then released them if nothing could be found. And the backlash came to this policy because it was more of a deterrent than it was an actual stopper. All it really did was kind of put up a front and a face to it. And this policy was called the Migration Policy Institute. And then next we have the Trump administration. They enforced the zero tolerance policy and targeted at the Mexican border and lasted the duration of about a month and a half. In this time, nearly 2,000 children were separated from their parents, and of those 2,000, 1,500 were lost after being placed with sponsors from the government. Family separation. The zero tolerance policy remained, and from there, according to the Times Magazine, which reported live on Donald Trump's response to this massive injustice, it stated that it deported, it deported parents from their children, leaving 400 currently ineligible children and could not be reunited with their parents. 700 of the children are ineligible for reunification. And oh yes, the font attack. Sorry, still feeling concussion symptoms a little everywhere. They released a 1997 Florence settlement which states that children can no longer be detained or held against their will once their parents are deported for over 72 hours. And if this case should happen, then they must be placed with parents, guardians, or licensed facilities that is least restrictive to the children. The whole goal here is, even though the parents are deported, to not harm the children that are under the age of 21 and still can legally remain here without having any negative effects. So, before we start our discussion, I'd like to leave this quote with you. This came from the live report. Quote, "If you are smuggling a child, then we will prosecute you, and that child will be separated from you as required by law. If you don't like that, then don't smuggle children over the border." This is a direct quote from the mouth of our Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, in response to the massive detainment and separation of immigrants from their children. So our discussion questions are, do you agree with the way that our presidents handled the matters of border control?
I don't know if I really agree with separating children from their parents. If you're gonna punish, if you're gonna deport the parents, at least have the kids go with them. I don't think separating young toddlers from their parents for a really long period of time isn't right, because more than likely, I don't know if the kid can even speak English or its own language, so it's just gonna be confused and scared the entire time, and please keep them together.
Well, they are now being kept together because of a bill that President Trump signed over last summer that gets the kids deported along with their parents.
One way to handle it.
Well, what about all the missing children?
So
in that sense?
They're trying to do their best to